was like, ooh, I like reading now. This is my hobby. Now I own like over 100 books. In school, I hated books because I have dyslexia, so it never interested in me. It's the ADHD. I'm like, oh shit, let me get this. It's like dopamine hits every time I finish a book. Books, like, it's just how I used to be, but there's some where I'm like, that's disgusting. I never want to read that shit again, and I can't.
How would you describe your perfect day?
Me?
Yeah.
I know, just chilling with my friends or like my sister, either going out and like just going for a hike or something, go
Dang.
for a drive,
That's very healthy.
or just, I don't know, gaming with friends, doing
Yeah, let's go.
like a different game that I've never played before and they like actually help. I don't know, I feel like that's a very broad question.
Yeah.
Can always be like, there's a lot of things, can't pick one perfect thing.
Yeah. But it just gives like a good idea of like a person's like character, I guess, without being like too personal.
Match
Yeah.
found.
Yeah.
Well, I would just say I like quality time then, either with my loved ones or a quiet day reading, I would say. Also love reading a lot. I forgot to read.
Dang.
That is one of my biggest hobbies. I've spent a lot of money actually on books. I think about it.
Dang. What's your favorite book?
Oh, that is so hard. I actually would not be able to choose. But one off the top of my head that is The Wicked Kingdom. It's a series. It's pretty good. It's got a lot of like mystery in it.
I see. I haven't read in like years.
To be fair, I only started reading, like I never read in school. I hated books because I have dyslexia, so it never interested in me. So
Yeah, same.
until I read like a short story on TikTok, believe it or not, I'm like, oh, that's actually pretty cool. I started getting into reading. I'm like, oh, I read this person's like short story. It's really funny too. But I started reading more short stories. I'm like, oh, this is getting good. And they actually was soon to publish a book. So I bought their little book. It was cool.
That's crazy. Wow.
And I just bought more books as soon as I read it. I was like, oh, I like reading now. This is my hobby. Now I own like over 100 books, believe it or not.
Dang. That's like a library.
Crazy. Yeah, I do have a little mini library.
So
I run out of space on my bookshelf. I have two.
wait, so why not read like digitally?
Books are not cheap. I have gotten more into like audiobooks too. Although
I meant like
shares a fucking frenzy.
reading it like on a PDF.
Oh no, not really. Like, do you mean like on a Kindle type thing? Or just like
yeah, like digitally.
document?
Like any.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I do sometimes. But I prefer reading the book and buying a book because it gives you like that souvenir type like accomplishment of actually reading a book.
Cause like for me, like if I had to read, I'd read it like online just so that I don't have to spend money. But my friend who like reads a bit more than me says that he likes the feeling of paper, and that's the reason why he buys
the smell
the
of
books.
paper.
And I'm here
the
thinking
collecting the books is fun. Like it's
yeah.
I just love that. Because I've read stuff online, like on my phone. I recently got into audiobooks. There's one, but I have like an actual book of the one that I'm listening to on audio. Sometimes I read along with it while looking at my book. But I do prefer reading the book, looking at like the paper, turning the pages. Gives you the whole experience.
Oh, yeah. I tried doing audiobooks, but I feel like they speak so slow. And then I kind of get bored.
Spike planted.
Wow, nice.
Thank you.
Do you find like audiobooks like at like the same pace as yours, or like in terms of reading?
Like, do you mean like the speed or like changing how fast? Sometimes I like to have them speak quicker because I don't like them too slow.
Oh, that's what you did.
Because I'm a quick reader. Like, I try to read my books really fast and get as much of it. But that's just me personally. It's the ADHD. I'm like, oh shit, let me get this. It's like dopamine hits every time I finish a book. I do it really quick.
I mean, that's insane. I wish my brain worked like that. I mean, I would read a book if it's like interesting, but I feel like I give up on the book before it gets to the interesting part. and that's why I don't read that much. Do you have like a rule of like deciding on like what's a good book and what's a bad book, or do you just like clutch it all out?
Oh, I love to finish reading books. Like it's just how I used to be. But there's some where I'm like, that's disgusting. I never want to read that shit again, and I can't. Like there's only been one book, and it was written by a man, and it had rape and shit, and it was very badly
Yeah.
written. That's another thing that I could talk about, be pissed about. But
Nah,
anyway,
I get it. I get it.
I got halfway through, and I'm just like, they're trying to get me to like a character that has raped multiple women, and I'm like, what the fuck? So I'm
I
like,
know
yeah,
what
nah.
you're saying. Like I
tried to return the book, but I couldn't. So I just like it's like just sitting on a bookshelf, and I kind of
Yeah.
like stare at it with hatred type stuff.
It just feels like very low effort money grabbing, like
Hmm.
type. Where there's no passion.
Yeah, it's just badly written. It's dry. If I can get a feel of the characters, yeah, if you connect well with the characters and make me feel for them and like that they're an actual person, then it's really good.
Yeah.
Spike planted.
So wouldn't that mean there's like a lot of cliches in books?
Yeah, that can be.
Do you find that like boring or like you don't mind it?
Switching
It depends what like stereotypes there are. There's like
What about like the
I
more
kinda
common
just-
ones? Like
um
a vampire falling in love with like a heroine, kind of
oh.
like cliche.
Yeah, but like there's some good cliches out there. Like a cliche wouldn't exist if it wasn't universally liked at some point.
That's true.
I just think if you can write the cliche well, then it's perfect.
That's
but
true.
it's everyone's take on it is different. Like there's taste, preference. Personally, I don't really like that vibe unless
Yeah.
it's written well,
Yeah.
which usually it isn't. Or the ones that I have read weren't.
Do you have a favorite genre? Oh wait, I think you mentioned
It'd be
that.
the same fantasy, action, adventure.
Dang, that's good stuff.
Drama. Oh, I've read some murder mysteries. They're pretty good. There's one
Wait, what
called
was it?
what's it called?
Murder.
Yeah, it's a a mystery type thing. What's it called?
I can't
One of
do
Us is
like
Lying.
mystery, thriller type of like
Oh.
media. I get scared easily. I got
Oh.
traumatized by
It's not
Shrek.
too scary. The one that I read.
I know exactly.
Oh, so it's like not the main thing,
Player standing. Spike
like being like
down.
thriller, psychological kind of vibe.
Hmm.
Do you speak a second language?
No.
Oh. I mean, that's better than me. I'm illiterate in my second language.
Oh. Yeah, English is pretty hard for me. I'm dyslexic sometimes. Well, not sometimes. I am dyslexic.
But
So-
English is my first language. Dang, what a fast game.
Nice job, GG's.
I think that's me, guys. Thanks for the games.
Oh, dang.
I should hop off.
Alright, see yous.
Yes,
Bye bye. It was nice playing with you.
Yeah, you too. Bye.